Today we have Steven. If you guys don't know Steven, he helped start Breakout, September 2020 we originally had this going?
Yeah, I think it's been a little over a year now, which is pretty crazy that we're not here at this spot. But yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know the backstory how Breakout started, me and Steven knew each other back at UCF. You're still a student there, but I graduated with electrical engineering degree, and we were both in the Runners Club. Me and Steven, we run different. Steven's super fast, runs short races like 5Ks, 10Ks, also has a sub-3 marathon, which is crazy good. And then I focused on ultra marathons instead, so I ran a 100K, a few 50Ks, and then a 50 miler in the Everglades. So two different styles of running, but both friends over at UCF, and you didn't know about card shows, so I brought you to a card show at Apopka, and then for some reason we decided to start vlogging and recording them. I didn't want to be on camera at first. You were on the beginning vlogs. And somehow I started doing all this stuff, and you've worked quite a bit on the Breakout side of things. If you guys don't know Steven, right there, and once Breakout scales more and we're at card shows, he's actually going to be the dealer at the table as well.
Yep, that's correct. And it's crazy how we really started off just kind of randomly. One time it was actually you calling me up and saying, hey, do you want to start a business in this? And at first I was just so taken back. I'm not sure if you were serious, or I didn't know where this was gonna go. And you were like, we can go and make YouTube videos, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, sure, it would be fun. It'd be fun way to pass the time. And it was kind of Ryan who introduced me to the card show scene, because when I was younger, I did collect a couple cards here and there, but it was always at basketball camps. I had to win a certain competition to get cards. In Miami, believe it or not, there really aren't too many LCSs, and the ones that were around me were a little bit overpriced to the point where I was kind of out of the hobby at that point, and I didn't really know of too many shows either. So that's really how I got into cards, and then I stopped for a while until literally right before around the pandemic era is when Ryan kind of reintroduced it to me after we both ran the Miami Marathon together. We were talking about it a little bit. I remember at dinner he was looking at his phone. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm like searching for cards right now. I'm like, oh shoot, that's like pretty cool. And then that's where we had the idea to then go to a card show, and then now here we are with already like got to be 100 or more card shows under our belt at this point.
Yeah. Right now we've had, I don't even know how many videos on the channel, but last year the 52 shows, I wouldn't say 100 yet, but we're going to get there easily by the end of this year. It's 52 this year, and I think probably 10 or so in 2020. It wasn't crazy every weekend. I think the 52 shows just happened over time. I remember one time I was on an interview just talking about how many shows he did during the year. It was with Neo Cards and Comics, and I think we're talking like 30s already. I was only like halfway through the year and realized, oh great, I'm gonna do 52 shows this year. But Steven's been there for a lot of them, not all 52, but helps out a ton behind the scenes. And you guys wonder how all the content gets posted, how stuff on Instagram. Steven helps with a ton of that stuff. Posts a lot of his cards on there. I don't post as much as my stuff. So when you guys see some of these really cool cards, it's actually Steven's PC, and that's what I wanted to show you guys today for episode number 20, to see a little bit behind the scenes. I'm gonna do some episodes later on just showing off my cards and all the different PCs I have, because I have like, I don't know, 10 different types of collections which I'm going after right now. But Steven has like a very, very small PC, but they're all absolutely insane cards. He doesn't skip out on the quality of his, like, I'm fine with the ones, but you get some of the best cards in the hobby, man.
Oh, thank you. It's really just me and doing something which I kind of initially coined it. It's called like reverse collecting, where instead of taking your money and buying these little cards that you're going to see again, to really look out and do some research and find those rare cards where you just don't find very often, and you kind of know this is my opportunity to buy it, and you go ahead and get that card and get the hard ones first, and then once you build some wealth and get some more money and are able to do more things, then you can go after the more common cards because they're always going to be around. So that's kind of the way that I looked at things, which is very interesting, because I feel like most people just start out as just huge collectors. We always joke about it. We have like almost opposite ways about how we collect PCs, which is pretty hilarious, because Ryan has like everything, and then I came in a little bit late too, so I selectively pick what goes in there. So yeah, it was just pretty funny that that ended up being how it is.